All right, so we're going to take a look at doing a custom forest generator by duplicating the ones that are already in Reforger. So we're going to go into the ARMA Reforger folders. There's two different folders that contain these generators. The first one is in prefab library. This one I've not had any luck duplicating and being able to modify it. Just to show it to you here, these purple ones. Whenever I've duplicated them and I load it up, I can't modify it. So we are going to go into the folder named just prefabs, and we are going to go to the WE generators folder. There is actually not a generators folder in here. It's WE generators. So open that up. This is the one I prefer. It typically has a little bit extra variety in it, very minimal. We are going to go to forest, and we are going to find the forest pine. And then we are going to right click on it. I'm going to highly recommend to duplicate it. If you override it, it's going to modify any other of the forest pine generators you've used. Whereas you duplicate it, you are going to be duplicating into its own entity to where you can actually apply only that one in whatever circumstances you want. So we're going to duplicate. And then I usually just leave the name default there and then add it to the end of it. So I'm going to abbreviate. These are going to be half densities. So we're going to do HD for half density, and then just for me, YT for YouTube. Hit OK. It should automatically bring you to the one that you just made. So we're going to open that up. We're going to edit prefab. And then just as a quick note, these marks here, avoid objects, roads, rivers, power lines, tracks, lakes, that is going to make it to where when it places the item, when it generates it, it should avoid placing a tree or a bush or a rock on these items. It may be very close to it, but on the entity itself, it will not or should not place them on these types of items. So do make sure that's checkmarked if you want those. It is done by default, from what I understand. So if you look down here, you can see the different items it uses, the different bushes, the trees. Just click on here, what it does. So you can get pretty creative and mess around with this stuff, add different items to the generator, pretty much do most of what you want to do in here. What I'm going to be looking at is density. So to keep it easy and find all densities, we're just going to type in the search bar here, density. And you don't even have to type out the whole word if you don't want to. But just keep in mind that other things may come up like this here. This isn't density. So we're just going to spell the whole thing out. And then just take the number and pretty much just change it to whatever half of it is or whatever it is you want to do. And 30. All right, so save it. Exit out of that. Exit out of that. Open up your world. Hit V to the letter V to bring up your vector tool. We're going to go to new spline, and we're just going to make a big circle. And then click and drag onto the spline entity you just made. And there is a half density pine forest. So to give you the example of what the difference looks like, and you can add these new points holding down control and then left clicking. We're going to go back into our original forest generators, and we're going to go to that one. So a little bit more open area in the one we made versus the standard one that's in ARMA. Quite a bit more trees floating around in there. So I'm going to be personally using half density generators, I believe, myself a little bit more. I'm trying to make my own map more console friendly, so I might be using the regular generators with the full density a little bit less and starting to work with these just a little less objects. Just curious if that's going to help with frame rate at all. So this is pretty much the end of the video. I'll talk about a couple more things here in a second. So if that's all you're looking for, you can stop now or even honestly a minute ago. But the generators themselves, if you end up wanting to move and alter where the generator's at, you can click on the splines, or I'm sorry, the dots, and move the stuff around. It should bring the trees and all that with it, and sculpt outwards. If for whatever reason it doesn't, you're gonna go into the actual generator that you placed, and then go to the object properties, and then in the generation tab, uh, regenerate entire forest. If you click that, notice how it changed it based on the movement of this spline that I had moved around the points on. So you can leave it checked. When you go back to it, it should be unchecked. So you don't have to worry about unchecking it. It'll do it automatically. And then, so again, it's click on the dots, move them out. It should, for the most part, bring it with it. But I've had times where it doesn't. And then go into the generator, regenerate, and there you go. So when I place my splines, there's a lot of times I need to move those little dots a little bit more. So I have to do that pretty regularly. What I will say is, before you come in here and let's say you want to add your own individual rocks yourself, you know, the where's it at? Prefabs. Let's just say this rock here, right? For whatever reason, you want that rock right there. You should be able to go back to the forest generator, regenerate. Oh, nope, that didn't work. Pretty sure I thought I did that. Oh, you know what? You gotta move one of these, and then it should. There we go. So it made it avoid that item because of the where'd it go? The avoid objects and all that right here. So if let's say you put that there and you need to change it, you can kind of redo what we just did again. So I don't personally go into the forest and move stuff around and start adding into the forest myself yet, but I believe that is everything I wanted to discuss with this. If I've done something wrong, if you have any suggestions, recommendations, anything like that, please feel free to let me know. If I made an issue, or I'm sorry, an error I need to address in the video, I'll remake it and readdress the issue. So any questions, just let me know on Discord, or you can leave a comment here. Thank you.